Hey everybody, I'm Mary and this is my simple cottage life. Hey everybody, so I wanted to give you an idea of what's been going on here the last 30 days or so. I have totally changed my lifestyle. I mean, just from one side to the next. I am a die-hard sweets fan. I can't even tell you the stupid stuff I did that involves sweets. It's disgusting that I was that needy of sugar, any kind of sugar. I'm telling you, I would ice cream, Coke floats, fudge, cheesecake, you name it. I had to have it. That's all I thought about. And I would eat my meal in the evening, whatever it was, and immediately I thought, I've got to have something sweet. And I think that goes back to childhood. My mother would make wonderful meals. She couldn't cook. She'd tell you she couldn't cook, but she sure did furnish some beautiful meals just the same. Not necessarily great meals, but they were pretty. We always had bread. We always had maybe a salad of some kind. It might be a pear salad or something like that. Y'all remember the pear salads where you take a little thing of lettuce and you put a couple of pears or so on top of that, and then you put cheese on top of that and a little mayo on top of that. That was the pear salad that we ate often. Sometimes it was a pineapple salad. And she always had a dessert after that for us, whatever it was. It could have been her fabulous apricot fried pies, or it could have been cake or whatever. So there was an abundance of sweets when I was growing up, and I absolutely loved anything with sugar. So I've been eating way too much sweets. I knew there was going to come a day that I was going to have to cut that out. Well, it was making me miserable. I know it was, and I started watching YouTube videos about it, and I was just crazy the way I treated food. I had no discipline. No, whatever. I had no discipline. I was going to have whatever I wanted to have, and it didn't matter whether it was good for me or not. I didn't care. So then I started watching YouTube videos about the carnivore diet. And I'd watch people who have just started on that diet and what they feel like. People who have been on it for a long time. People have been on it for years, and how they felt. And it just seemed wonderful to me. I mean, my gosh, I like steak. I like pork chops. I like bacon. Who doesn't? So I thought, well, I'm going to try this. And I did. I went in at full force. The steak, I can't say that I did correctly. Probably didn't. For one thing, I can't afford those thick steaks. And if I bought the thin steaks that I could afford, then they were tough as boot leather, as my mother would say. So, but I did like pork, and I liked pork loin. As a matter of fact, I've got one cooking in that slow cooker right there, pork loin. I enjoy that. I like it a lot. And I would, every morning, I would fry an egg or two, usually two, and some bacon. And I'd fry that bacon up, and then I'd fry that egg in the bacon grease. And that was my breakfast every morning. Well, I noticed that I'd get sick at my stomach, nauseated. And that went on for hours and hours, sometimes all day long. No matter what I ate, no matter what I did, I would be sick as a dog. And I've heard of keto flu, carnivore flu, and I figured that's what it was because I was just real nauseous all day long. I figured that had to be what it was, and maybe I'd get out of it. Well, I kept toughing it out, y'all. I would stay on that meat diet, and I got rid of all my sugar stuff. I just got rid of practically everything. Well, it didn't let up. It just kept going and going and going, and I thought, I don't know what this is. Maybe it's something else. Maybe there's another medical problem that I'm having. I don't know what to do. I stayed on it, and I stayed on it until finally, a couple of days ago, it finally went away. I wasn't as sick in my stomach anymore as I was. But the combination of the bacon and eggs, for some reason, in the morning, made me sick. I could tell by the third or fourth bite, that I was going to get sick, and I would stop. So I quit eating that. But I did stay on that diet. As Izzy would say, don't call it a diet, call it a meal plan. Well, I did stay on that meal plan, and I lost weight. But the greatest thing is, for the first time in over 15 years, my blood pressure dropped into the normal range for my age. I mean, my blood pressure used to be that top number being over 200. And they would, at the doctor's office, when they'd get that, they'd make me sit and wait for 30 minutes, and they'd crush up a pill and give me that with some water. And I had to wait before I could even go home because I was so bad. I remember years ago that they called an ambulance to come and get me because my blood pressure was so incredibly high. And y'all know about the fact that I have 4 times almost passed totally out at the grocery store. So I got a subscription to Walmart, and I have my groceries delivered, and I've done that twice now. And I love this service, and I'm going to stay with it because I don't have to go to the grocery store. For one thing, I don't have to get in the car and go in the gas and use the gas. And oh my gosh, it's hot out there. And get it down to that parking lot and walk into that store and go through that whole darn store. And by the time I get halfway through the store, I'm getting weak. My legs are hurting me. My back is killing me. And it's the same old thing all over again. I feel like I'm going to pass out. So I can't do that anymore. I cannot go to the grocery store and shop anymore. I'm going to have it delivered. I can go in there maybe for 1 or 2, 3 items, but that's it. I can't stay longer than 15 minutes anymore. I just can't do it. I'm afraid that I'm going to absolutely pass out. So I've done that. I like that. I've ordered things. It's a little bit difficult. It's a little tricky because you got to figure out some kind of meal plan and order the kind of foods that you're going to have on that plan. And so that's a little bit of a troublesome thing for me. Anyway, so I realize that the drop in blood pressure is fantastic because, like I said, I have 15 years and I've been out of sight as far as blood pressure. dangerously high blood pressure. And now I am in the normal range. And I attribute it to this carnivore meal plan. Now, what I did recently is go more toward the keto side, which I've added some vegetables like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, asparagus, and not just all meat anymore. I can't do that all meat anymore. So I had some cheese, and I had some cottage cheese, and it's not eating a lot, but if it's going to keep that blood pressure down, that's what I want to do. Now, I also take a medication for cholesterol, so I'm going to work on that. Now, that's the problem, see? I have to have foods that will not harm, that will help my blood pressure, my cholesterol, and my kidney disease, because I have kidney disease as well. So it's kind of hard for me to figure out a meal plan that won't harm all those three things. And those are things that I'm trying to get a hold of, trying to get rid of, trying to get better at. But now I'm going to show you myself and how I have lost 10 pounds. And let's just forget that not only have I lost weight, I feel better right now. And my blood pressure is so much better right now, too. So I'm going to show you me in the bathroom mirror. I'll be right back. Okay, here I go, y'all. Let me show you. This is me now. Here I go. This is me. I have lost 10 pounds. And I do feel better. I do feel better. So I have lost that weight that I had. But this is not my main thing. This is not my main objective, was to lose weight. Not at all. I want the health benefits of it as well. Anyway, I want to show you what I've been doing. If you're interested in the carnivore diet or the keto diet, you can find hundreds and hundreds of videos on YouTube telling you how to start this out and figure out what's best for you. I had to figure out what I could tolerate, what I couldn't tolerate, what I needed to add and what I didn't. And it's taken me 30 days. So now I'm okay. I'm going to stay with it for a little longer. Let's see what happens. But one thing I won't do is go back to eating breads and sweets. No, those are out, totally out. Anything with sugar in it, I can't have it. And I don't want to miss it, because if I start in having one of something sweet, then I'll want it from now on. You know what I mean? Anyway, whatever y'all decide, let me know. Let me know if you do the carnivore diet, and let me know if what you do for your meal plan. Okay? Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.